The tapes were just the beginning. Hey guys, it's Phoebe with MsMojo, and today we're ranking every character from 13 Reasons Why Season 3 from worst to best.
I recorded 12 tapes. I started with Justin, and then Jessica, who each broke my heart.
For this list, we're focusing only on major characters who appear in Season 3 of the show, so you will not be seeing Hannah on this list. Warning, a spoiler alert is in effect. Let's get to it. Number 15, Montgomery de la Cruz.
Why the did you come back?
Monty has been one of the main antagonists throughout the series, second only to Bryce Walker. But something that the show does well is examine multiple sides of its characters. No one is black and white. Just like all the heroes are flawed, all the villains have deeper stories. Monty's deeper side has only been briefly mentioned before now, but unfortunately, just as we begin to really dive into what makes Monty tick, he meets a tragic end. Number 14, Winston Williams.
We should hang out sometime.
Though Winston has a small role in Season 3, it is a rather significant one. He becomes a love interest for Monty, revealing the secret that he's been holding on to.
My parents are gone all weekend. If you want to hang out.
From what we can discern after his few short scenes, Winston is an all-around nice guy, contrasting Monty's disturbed darkness.
Winston.
He didn't kill Bryce. He was with me.
Winston's main purpose in Season 3 has been to deepen Monty's character, but based on how the season ends, it looks like he'll be a major player in Season 4.
Okay, he was a human being. He didn't deserve to die like that.
Number 13, Ani Achala.
So tell me about Clay. He internalizes, doesn't he?
Oh, I mean, I don't...
You literally just met me. How would you know that?
Another new addition to this season, Ani wasted no time in inserting herself into, well, everything. Since she wasn't around for everything that happened with Hannah and the tapes, she makes for a great objective narrator.
Okay, first, I do have a plan. And second, are you really the person to criticize me for being headstrong and stubborn?
She also has a very different relationship with Bryce, which allows us to observe a different side to Bryce through her eyes.
Why do I ever say yes to you?
But despite the function of her character being well developed and well executed, there are several drawbacks to her intrusive nature, which didn't go over so well with viewers.
You know what, Ani?
Off.
Number 12, Mr. Porter.
Hannah Baker came to see you the day she died.
In the first 2 seasons of this show, Mr. Porter made himself something of a controversial character. He was Hannah's last hope after she was raped and went to go talk to him, and he let her down.
And everyone who comes before you on these tapes knows what you did and didn't do. And they always will.
After realizing the error of his ways, Porter attempts to make things right as best he can.
They wanted me to help them make their case, but I know you, and I believe that I know your heart. So I called kids who I hope would stand up for you, and they did.
There is no bringing Hannah back, but he helps Bryce as he tries to better himself, and keeps the heat off of Clay when he's accused for Bryce's death.
Now, I know from experience that it's hard to trust anyone, but there are people that are on your side.
Number 11, Caleb.
He's gonna love you.
You sure?
Yeah, because he knows that I do.
Caleb is a great love interest for Tony, but unfortunately we don't get to see much more of him than that. As Tony's boyfriend, he is fantastic.
If you're gonna leave me, then at least you have your first love.
He's supportive when he needs to be, challenging when he needs to be, and they have some really sweet moments together. But he doesn't have too many interactions outside of the relationship, making him a bit two-dimensional.
Happy Thanksgiving, Mr. Padilla.
Doodle, please.
Number 10, Nora Walker.
I don't excuse anything that he's done, but he's my child.
In Season 3, Nora is on a warpath to find out who killed her son. She seems cold and out for vengeance at first, but through flashbacks and her speech at Bryce's funeral, we see that there's much more to her than that. She can actually be warm and affectionate, and though she grieves for her son, she makes no excuses for his unconscionable behavior.
He had a soul that wanted to be good, and a heart that didn't always know how.
A true testament to her character development is that you end up feeling sympathy for her at the end of everything.
I loved him. We loved him.
Number 9, Chloe Rice.
Jess, I'm pregnant.
In season 2, she was little more than Bryce Walker's girlfriend. She allows Bryce to use and manipulate her, but in season 3, she takes charge of her own life and makes for some of the season's finest moments, despite having much less screen time.
Bryce, you should know I was pregnant. It was yours. I had an abortion.
Chloe is crucial to the changing relationship between Bryce and Zach. She also comes off much more empowered and decisive than she did when she was with Bryce, and we love seeing her character grow.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that alone.
I wasn't alone. I had Zach. He was with me through all of it.
Number 8, Tony Padilla.
Here you go. As requested.
In season 1, he was the messenger of the tapes, but didn't have one himself. And in season 2, he tried to keep himself away from the trial. And in season 2, he spends a lot of time on the outside looking in, but this season he was in the middle of everything.
It's my family they're gone. Ice.
His story about his family being deported because of Bryce's father is absolutely heartbreaking. But Tony as a character emerges stronger and more deeply developed than ever.
Don't worry. I'll be strong. I'll be strong for everyone, I promise. Lo prometo, papa.
Number 7, Alex Standall.
Hey, Alex.
Alex, where'd you get that gun?
Monty gave it to me.
Ironically, as Alex as a person becomes darker and darker with each season, his character grows richer. He's almost the opposite of Monty or Bryce in that way.
Well, you're the one girl in this county that would go for a skinny, sad kid. And you went for Clay, so.
While they become deeper as we explore their humanity, Alex becomes deeper as we explore his more troubling qualities.
Even before I shot myself, it's like the pieces never worked. And they're never going to.
As he battles with his lingering depression, his damaged body, and his broken heart, Alex turns into someone capable of murder.
Alex,
In all those years of being manipulated, all the rage, the hurt burst out of him.
Number 6, Bryce Walker.
You want to call it rape, call it rape. Same difference.
No one expected to feel bad for Bryce Walker. You might have even felt glad when the season 3 trailer revealed he was dead. But as season 3 uncovers more and more of Bryce's backstory, you suddenly don't see him quite so black and white anymore.
I'd like to say that I'm not the same person who raped you anymore, Jess. But what I've come to realize is that I'll always be him.
There's no excuse whatsoever for what he did to Hannah and Jessica and Chloe, but seeing these different sides to him offers a new perspective into his psyche.
I wish you the best, Jess. Truly. Goodbye.
Number 5, Zach Dempsey.
Tony Padilla's a fag.
Charlie, be better, shut your mouth and listen.
From the beginning, Zach was a standout from his stereotypical jock friends, but he also avoids becoming a one-dimensional nice guy because, like all of the show's heroes, he is flawed. In seasons 2 and 3, he becomes more endearing, whether it be through his friendship with Alex, his support of Chloe, or just his general expression of fundamental values among the school's athletes.
You love her, right? So don't listen to what anybody else says. Just take care of her.
But his flaws are also highlighted in his relationships, like in his treatment of Tyler.
I won't tell. I won't say anything, but it's just not my job to take care of that psychopath.
Number 4, Clay Jensen.
Oh, this is my locker, which I sometimes use to stick my head into and scream.
This show has always been about accountability, and Clay's journey in particular reaches a climax this season when being accused of Bryce's murder forces him to re-examine his choices.
You didn't mean it. Why did you delete the message after we found his body?
I was scared. I knew this was gonna happen.
Previously, Clay has struggled with how his well-intentioned actions could adversely affect people, but Clay's growing relationships with Tyler and Jessica show just how much he's grown.
I think you've been through something You haven't told anyone. Maybe last spring.
He lets them deal with their pain on their own terms instead of trying to impose what he thinks is best.
You don't have to tell anyone until you're ready. But please, ask for help when you need it, okay?
Number 3, Jessica Davis.
My name is Jessica Davis, and I'm a survivor.
Much of Jessica's story has been about her coming into her own, and this season she finally finds herself. Through her new role as student council president and the head of HO, she uses her experiences to finally shine a light on the problems at Liberty High.
If you think sexual assault doesn't affect your life, you're wrong. There are survivors all around us.
It's empowering to watch Jessica bloom into this powerful and commanding presence, full of compassion for her friends and hope for the future. Number 2, Justin Foley.
You're not that innocent, Jensen. I don't give a shit what she says.
At first glance, Justin seems like your typical golden boy jock, but throughout the show we see glimpses of the inner demons he struggles to keep at bay.
I've known him since I was 8. The first person that gave a shit about me, the first person to look after me, man.
This season, those demons are magnified as Justin accepts the mistakes of his past and tries to move on with Jessica. He sheds the facade of the guy he's supposed to be and finally lets people see the real him.
My name is Justin Foley, and I'm a survivor.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Tyler Down.
It's better to stay outside of it all, you know?
No, I don't know.
Tyler started out this show as the creepy kid with no friends, and by the end of this season has touched the lives of every person in his circle for the better. He helped Clay not be so selfish, he helped make Jessica more compassionate. In trying to better himself, he bettered everyone around him too.
Having friends is an amazing thing.
Who could have expected that the kid who brought a gun to school could be capable of creating that beautiful photo collage? For me, Tyler went from one of the worst characters to one of the best. But what did you guys think of our list? Let us know in the comments or tweet me at Phoebe_WM. And don't forget to check out this video.